Hello everyone, it's Matt. This is going to be a quick video of how you get a power monitor into a energy monitor. So as you can see on my little Sankey chart here, inside my house I actually have quite a large other section that I can't measure at the moment. So I've got a number of smart plugs down the right hand side, which is really good because I can then just plug in the appliance into it. But for the other section, I think these are likely to be things like my oven and the lighting system for my house, which obviously makes it a bit harder to measure how much power and energy they're using because you can't just put a smart plug into it. So for these ones, I've gone and purchased a CT monitoring system. Now the downside with the CT monitoring is you only get power from it and not the energy. So if we look at the smart plug output, so this is an example for my fridge and my TV. It's nice that obviously you get the power and you get the energy consumption. Now for the oven and for the lighting circuits, I've had to go and buy a system which is a myenergi Harvi. This allows you to connect up to 3 CT clamps, and that will then tell you how much power you're using. So if we have a look at what I've done, so this is inside my consumer unit, and what I've done is I've then clipped 3 CT clamps around the circuits that I want to measure. So my house actually has 3 separate lighting circuits, but what you can do is you can put all 3 through the same CT clamp, and that will just add them all up. I've got my oven circuit, and then finally I've got a ring circuit for the downstairs of my house. That's why there's 2 wires for that one. They all feed into a myenergi Harvi. Now the great thing about the Harvi is it doesn't need any power source. It will actually harvest its energy from the actual CT clamps themselves. So you can just put this anywhere without any plugs or sockets, and this will then talk to the other devices. Now you do need to have a Zappi or a Eddi myenergi device for this to work, so this might not work for everybody, but for me, because I've already got one already, it was quite simple just to add a second one in. Now, like I was saying, the downside of this is you only get the power. So if you want to get this into your energy dashboard, you need to convert your power into energy, which is quite simple. You just need to set up 2 helpers per power monitor. So if you go into settings, we go down to device and services, go to helpers, then do create helper at the bottom. What you want to do is click on the integration Riemann sum integral. You want to give it a name, so I'm just going to copy and paste. So that's my lighting circuit. Then you need to pick the power sensor that you already have. So in my case, it is Harvi 2 lights. You want to click left Riemann sum. Position 2 is fine. You want it in kilo, and you want it in hours because you want to do it in kilowatts per hour. Then you click submit, finish. So I'll do that again for my other one. So Riemann sum integral, give it a name, select the sensor, left, kilo, hours, submit. So those 2 sensors will now convert power into energy, because obviously energy is just power over time. So it will look at the updates going into your power sensors and then just sum them up over time. However, if you want to get those sensors into the energy dashboard, you now have to create a second sensor for the utility monitor. So again, click on helper, scroll to the bottom, click utility meter. I'll give it a name again. And this time what we want to do is we want to pick the sensor we've just created. So that is myenergi Harvi 1 lights. Meter reset cycle you can set to daily. So if you want your stats to refresh every day, so set that to daily. And I always click sensor always available and submit. We'll do that again for the second one. So utility meter, give it a name, pick the sensor you just created before. The cycle is daily and sensor available and submit. Now if we go back to the dashboard, we can add 2 new sensors. Now I'm just going to take a copy of what I've currently got and then swap them over. So this was utility monitor Harvi 1. And then this is utility monitor Harvi 2. And then I'll remove that one and save. Now, like all of the energy monitoring, you'd kind of have to leave it for 2 to 3 hours for it to start populating data into them. So we'll come back later on tomorrow and show you the results.
Some time later.
And here we are the next day, and you can see that both the utility meter sensors are now populated. If we click into one, you'll see that yesterday you can see the light usage went up and then drops at midnight when it resets. If we then jump to the Sankey chart, you can now see that the lights and oven sensors are coming through, but we won't get the main benefit of seeing all of its usage until next month. I hope that people found that useful, and I'll see you next time.